Our world is constantly changing, and the battle to preserve our environment rages on. As an individual, what can we do to conserve and preserve it? My name is Vikram Sivanganam, and I'm from ELS. At first glance, it may be hard to imagine how language helps the cause. Language studies has a heavy emphasis on communication. Communication is the act of receiving and giving information to acquire new meaning. Communication is vital because it allows us to understand environmental issues, brainstorm solutions, and launch awareness campaigns. For instance, if I wanted to raise awareness, I could use my speech giving skills to talk about the importance of using resources responsibly. And we all know that a well delivered speech can leave a lasting impact on people's lives. Our course highlights the importance of sounding credible by reinforcing your points with research. Apart from that, utilizing breath control and right intonation will make us sound more charismatic and trustworthy. Protesting is another way to get people's attention. However, your protest must always be done amicably to avoid law enforcement from interfering. Many Malaysians are too preoccupied with their own lives or work to pay attention to environmental issues. A well staged protest, on the other hand, may light a fire underneath them. In order to organize a successful event like this, one must have event management skills, and thankfully, my course has taught me the basics. It is said that actions speak louder than words, but without words, how can we convince people to act? For years, human beings have used literature to influence public opinion. Writers, even if they lack scientific knowledge, may raise awareness on these topics by incorporating them into their stories. As a matter of fact, there are many books about dystopian societies where our resources are depleted and society is in utter shambles. This is a warning to those of us who remain ignorant of environmental problems, a call to arms, if you will. One of my favorite stories of all time is Final Fantasy VII, which revolves around a group of environmentalists who use drastic measures to combat the exploitation of their world's natural resources. The story is fictional, but the message it sends is a powerful one. I'd like to one day release a book that rivals the complex morals and themes exhibited in that one. Now, before I end this, I'd like to talk about ecolinguistics. Now, linguists have long been interested in ecolinguistics, which is the kind of language we use to frame or describe environmental issues. Our ecolinguistics can reveal our beliefs. For example, in English, we use special pronouns for people but are dehumanizing it for everything else. We not only refer to oil, energy, water, air, trees, and such like as resources, but we also tend to use mass and uncountable nouns for them, suggesting that they are inexhaustible or unlimited, which isn't true because if left unchecked, our rapid usage will result in complete depletion. Our language may show how separate we are from nature, but the relationship between the natural world and natural language is far deeper than we realize. Words have weight, so how you use them will reflect how strongly you feel about the matter. For example, we could do more to help is less urgent than we must do something to help. So choose your words wisely when discussing environmental issues. In conclusion, no matter what you're studying, there are no limits to what you can do for the welfare of our environment. Thank you. That's all from me.